Dr. Imran Hassan with us, and we would like to get his opinion on the arrest of former Prime Minister Imran Khan today in Pakistan after a court declared him guilty of corrupt practices. Dr. Imran Hassan, you must have followed the news and let's get your reaction.
Yes, your voice is quite dim. Are you able to make it louder, please?
Yes, so I'm just trying to get your response to Mr. Khan's arrest this morning in Pakistan after a court declared him guilty of corrupt practices.
Yes, very sadly, I came to know this morning, and it came as a shock, really. This was partially anticipated. Basically, the current government was planning to somehow make sure that the Tehreek-e-Insaf loses this election. So there were different ways of ensuring that. One was to brainwash the public against this political party, which naturally failed. The more plots were created against Tehreek-e-Insaf, the more it became more and more popular. It gained popularity. The other plan was to somehow make this political party invalid, which also failed. So the third and last plan for them, the plan C, was that somehow either get Imran Khan out of the way by assassinating him or by arresting him. So this plan actually worked when all the other plans failed. So he has been arrested, and they are hoping now that they will hold the election while he is inside the jail, and in this way they can make him lose the elections.
So, Dr. Imran, will you be joining the protests that are being organized against this arrest?
Oh, with all my heart, yes, I am against this arrest. And if I was in Pakistan, I would be physically joining it. But as I am out of the country, I would do all I can to protest this.
Right. So why is there such widespread support for Imran Khan among overseas Pakistanis?
Overseas Pakistanis naturally are educated people, and they understand what's good for their country. So basically, almost the whole nation is condemning the PDM. People who are in favor of Tehreek-e-Insaf or people who are not in favor of Tehreek-e-Insaf, they equally opposing this arrest, because this is a matter of slavery and versus independence for the general public.
That's what Mr. Khan also says, that don't be slaves and who wake up, etc. So, but Dr. Imran Hassan, if you have followed the case of Toshakhana, the repository of state gifts, so you think Mr. Khan did nothing wrong by selling the gifts and not declaring them before the Election Commission of Pakistan?
Exactly, yes, he is innocent. The mistake he has been making all the way around is that he has been strictly following the law and order, because he is a man of principles and he is an honest and true man. But something he should know is that who obeys the law and order in this country? Sometimes you do have to take the law in your hand. And unfortunately, he has been strictly following the law and following the rules. And that's where he has been failing.
Right. Well, thank you, Dr. Imran, for joining us and sharing your perspective. Hope to connect again.
I hope so, yes. My pleasure.
Viewers, we are joined by a senior reporter and a well-known journalist from Pakistan who is based in London, Murtaza Ali Shah. He reports for Geo TV and is otherwise also very active on social media, follows all the news. So Murtaza, I'm going to be talking to you briefly about Mr. Imran Khan's disqualification and arrest. This morning, Sessions Court gave a decision and ordered the police to arrest him, and then Mr. Khan has been arrested. So tell us about this case in particular, for our viewers to understand. Is this because Mr. Khan received gifts from, kept many gifts, expensive gifts, and sold them, or is it something different?
No, it's entirely about the state gifts that Imran Khan sold in the market. Then the income that he received from those. There are a number of actually elements to this case, but he did not declare the income into his returns. That is not the only case. The other cases, there is also a case of forgery. Imran Khan and his legal team also lied about that what happened to the, for example, to the Graft watch and other expensive items that were given to him by the Saudi royal family, namely Prince, the Crown Prince. So what they did, they sold these gifts into the open market against the rules, right? Then the income that they received, they did not declare that to the authorities in Pakistan. That is that. Now, while the case was on, a Dubai-based businessman, Umar Farooq Zahur emerged, and he said that he is the owner of the watch. And it emerged that he had, the Toshakhana watch, he had bought that watch for $2 million US. Now that amount does not reflect anywhere in Imran Khan's returns that he declared in Pakistan. He did not disclose that to the Election Commission of Pakistan or to the relevant authority. So it's a case of misdeclaration, it's a case of fraud, it's a case of deception, and the judge says in his judgment that it is proven beyond doubt that Imran Khan is dishonest. Now, it can be argued whether he is or not, but this is what has happened before the court. And Mr. Buni, this case has been going on for exactly a year. Throughout this, Imran Khan knew that this case, that this is a strong case. There was undeniable evidence that the prosecution had, but Imran Khan did not have the defense, and that was the reason why he tried to knock this case off on technical grounds. He did his best, his legal team did his best. He hired expensive lawyers to delay this case as much as possible. Then there was, as a padding up, there was violence, there was rhetoric, there were threats and everything, just in order for this case not to go ahead. But, even until, it became a talk of the town in Pakistan that Imran Khan is not allowing this case to proceed. Why? Because Imran Khan knew that he will be caught, that he will be convicted using the similar principles, using the similar precedent that Imran Khan in the past used against his political opponents. That, for example, he used to say about Nawaz Sharif that if you don't have anything to hide, why don't you come out and present yourself for scrutiny? Now, in this case, Imran Khan was not prepared to be scrutinized. He then made, the legal team then came up with somebody in Islamabad who said that, okay, I bought the Graft watch for this price. Later on, it emerged that receipt that they produced was fake. The person who, the Islamabad boy did it, he said, I did not give that receipt. So, this case became a really kind of headache for Imran Khan, because Imran Khan knew that he has made his name on the basis of campaigning of accountability and holding others accountable. Now, this is the case on which Imran Khan obviously disputes it, but he has been held accountable, and the court has today found that he stole state gifts. He should not have sold those gifts in the manner he did. State gifts are meant for people to keep. Fine. You cannot sell them and make money out of that.
Right, Murtaza. Murtaza, we get the drift. Now, tell us what are the reports of reaction to Mr. Khan's arrest? Are there protests underway in Pakistan like May 9th?
I'm monitoring. I'm getting videos into our news group which are across Pakistan. So far, the reaction has been very mute. There have only been 2 arrests in Zaman Park. There were about just 4 to 5 people who were arrested. Inside Imran Khan's residence, in the group of lawyers, about 7 there is a report of protest in Peshawar, which was, I think, about 200 to 300 people. But as for rest of the Pakistan is concerned, absolutely everything is going as per normal. The people haven't come out so far. It's going to be in the the PTI has called on their supporters in Pakistan and outside to come out in there, the millions and thousands. So far, not even dozens have gathered. But it is, as they say, early in the day so far in Pakistan. Let's see whether in the next few hours people come out or not.
Right. Right. So,
Mr. Rumi, it looks like.
yeah, go
It
on.
looks like that it's not, PTI itself says that it does not have hopes that a lot of people will come out in defense of Imran Khan on the streets. As far as streets are concerned.
Thank you so much, Murtaza. I know you're traveling, but thanks for joining us right from the airport. We'll continue to monitor and continue to talk to you. Once again, many thanks. We are joined by Sahibzada Jahangir, who is a leader of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf in the UK and also a close friend of former Prime Minister Imran Khan. Thank you for joining us, Sahibzada Saab. Would you give your quick reaction to Imran Khan's arrest today after the court verdict?
देखिए जी, आज पाकिस्तान की 75 years independence के अंदर कत्ल किया है पाक के अंदर.
Right.
एक जस्टिस हमारे पास रह गई थी चीज तो हम वहां पर किसी को दे सकते थे. अदरवाइज हर चीज हमारी फेल हो चुकी है. इकोनॉमी हमारी फेल हुई हुई है, हमारे एस्टेब्लिशमेंट फेल हुए हैं, करप्शन हाईएस्ट लेवल के ऊपर है, मॉरल कैरेक्टर हमारा खत्म हो चुका है, फाइनेंशियल डिसऑनेस्टी, मॉरल डिसऑनेस्टी, हर
जी, Sahibzada Saab, are you still there?
तरह की एक चीज रह गई थी और वो रही थी ऑनेस्टी. आवाज नहीं आ रही आपको?
जी, अब आ रही है जी. प्लीज कंटिन्यू.
क्या कह रहे हैं जी? मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, क्या है? आपको आवाज आ रही है, नहीं आ रही है?
जी, आ रही है, बिल्कुल आ रही है. प्लीज कंटिन्यू.
हाँ, तो एक ऑनेस्ट आदमी, एक नेशनल सेलिब्रेटेड पाकिस्तान का 50 साल से हीरो जिसका नाम है इमरान खान, नेशनल लीडर 27 साल से अनकरप्टेड, आपने आज उसको भी उठा के जेल में डाल दिया. अरे जेल में तो उनको भरो जिनके अरबों रुपए बहा रहे हैं, जिन्होंने लाखों और करोड़ों और अरबों की बाहर प्रॉपर्टीज बनाई हुई हैं, जिनके घरों के अंदर सुबह शाम रात मुजरा हो रहा है, शराबें चल रही हैं, जुए चल रहे हैं, बिकॉज करप्शन का, अवाम का पैसा लूट कर वो भागे हुए पाकिस्तान से. और उसके बाद हमारी नई एस्टेब्लिशमेंट आती है, उनसे एग्रीमेंट करके उनको वापस बुला लेती है. ये प्रोसेस चल रहा है जी हमारे यहाँ फॉर द लास्ट 40 years. 4 मार्शल लॉ आए और 4 मार्शल लॉ के अंदर यही चलता रहा.
जी,
तो अब हम ओवरसीज पाकिस्तानी जो हैं, हम 10 मिलियन हैं. We contribute about $33 billion to Pakistan. We further inject $33 billion also in their economy through our personal travel. हम खाते पीते रहते हैं, फैमिलीज को पैसे देते हैं. क्या मैसेज हमारे ऊपर कैरी हो रहा है बाहर? क्या हम अफसोस और मायूस होकर इस वक्त हम बाहर बैठे हुए हैं कि एक शख्स जो हमें रिस्पेक्ट और डिग्निटी की बात कर रहा था हमारे लिए, आपने उसका भी उठा के कत्ल कर दिया. अरे काफरों, किसी को तो छोड़ोगे कि किसी को भी नहीं छोड़ोगे?
जी,
तो तुमने खुदा को भी फेस
जी
करना.
साहबजादा साहब, तो ये बताइए कि यूके में प्रोटेस्ट हो रहे हैं, इसके ऊपर आपका क्या प्लान है इमरान खान साहब की गिरफ्तारी के खिलाफ यहाँ पर प्रोटेस्ट ऑर्गेनाइज?
देखिए जी, मैं लीगल आदमी तो नहीं हूँ, मगर एक कॉमन सेंस कहता है जब आपने उनके साथ एक नाइंसाफी करी है और गलत आपने उनको फेक चार्जेस के ऊपर जेल करी है, तो हमारी दुआ है, हमारी होप है, हमारी उम्मीदें हैं कि हायर कोर्ट जो है पाकिस्तान के अंदर, places like Supreme Court, there our appeal will be upheld and Khan Sahib will honorably be discharged.
जी बिल्कुल, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर जॉइनिंग अस एंड इंशाल्लाह आपसे दोबारा भी बात करेंगे. खुदा हाफिज. So viewers, we've got a variety of perspectives on this rather extraordinary developments in Pakistan, which are disturbing for some, and obviously for the ruling parties there, it's a breather because their main rival Imran Khan has been sent to jail. Now obviously this particular verdict will be appealed, and it is expected that next week the Supreme Court or the Islamabad High Court might give relief to Imran Khan and he will be bailed out. But regardless of that, Mr. Khan has been found guilty by the Sessions Court of taking state gifts at a much lower rate, which is not a crime, by the way, selling it in the open market, which is also not forbidden, but not declaring all the money that he made by selling these gifts before the Election Commission of Pakistan. Now that is where he may have made an omission. Whether it was done deliberately or not, this case is going to linger on further in the courts. But given the political climate in Pakistan, Mr. Khan's future in Pakistani politics, at least in the short term, looks rather shaky and rocky. But you've heard his supporters, his fans, his associates all hold him in high esteem and they think he's innocent. He has made no mistake. In fact, he's the most honest of the leaders. That's what they say. But I guess Pakistani courts would be the final arbiters of how far those claims are. With that, I shall take your leave. Once again, I was joining you from Q News studio in London and hope to see you again.